Hi guys, David here with First Place Auto Parts, and today we're going to do a real quick installation video on this Chevrolet Bowtie Grill Emblem that we have here. This is going on our 87 Chevrolet shop truck, and I'll list on the video all the applications for this emblem, but essentially this is for the trucks that had the single headlights as opposed to the quad headlights. This is the high quality trim parts emblem that we sell, but the one thing that this emblem doesn't have, and they didn't have from the factory, is there's no obvious way to mount this. There's no mounting studs, there's no nuts. So essentially what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to pry the old emblem out, put some adhesive on the back of this. In this case, what I'm going to use is some dabs of silicone. I'll apply it into the area where the emblem is meant to go, into the center grill bar. I'll put some tape on it to hold it while it dries, and then all should be good to go. So I just want to do a quick video on this because honestly there's no obvious way that this goes on. This grill is fairly hard, it's old, kind of brittle, so I'm going to be careful not to break it or chip it when I'm prying underneath the old emblem. But I just wanted to show you how it's done because again, there's just no obvious answers to this, and I couldn't find anything online, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. So follow along, and hopefully this goes quickly and goes well. Okay, so the tools I'm going to use to remove this emblem is an assortment of flat blade screwdrivers, very thin, very small. And then I'm also going to use a pick. The pick is going to allow me to get underneath. There's two corners on this bow tie, the original bow tie emblem, where there's a little bit of a gap between the emblem and the actual surround of the grill itself. So I'm going to lift up underneath that one of those corners and then work these flat blade screwdrivers along the edge to lift it up a little further. Take some of the load off of the surround so I don't crack or break it, and then work the emblem off. I'm not so much worried about breaking the emblem. I'm going to replace it anyways. But the one thing I don't want to do is damage the grill. While they make aftermarket grills, this one's not ready to be replaced yet, so we're going to try to save it. Okay, as expected, the old emblem pretty much came apart in pieces, which is okay. Again, we're replacing it. It is interesting to see that the gold foil that actually makes up the back side of this emblem has faded to silver. And if you look at the silver foil that came off of the truck originally and the gold foil on the new one, the difference is just really substantial. So this is going to look really nice once we put this on there. But first what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up the area where it mounts. I'm going to use some acetone very lightly. Typically you don't use acetone on things like plastic, but this is just in the inset. But I need to get rid of all the years of built up dirt. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this area up, and then I'll show you what silicone I use. We'll put the emblem on, and we'll move on to the next step. Okay, the final step of the process is to test fit this emblem. Make sure that we clean out the grooves real well. Make sure it fits well. I've already cut a couple of pieces of tape. I'll use that to secure it after I put the silicone on. I'm just using a silicone that's made for essentially trim and windows and things of that nature. It's what I have around, but it's waterproof and it's made for outdoors. I'm going to put just enough to secure it, but not so much that it squeezes into the corners. I'll make sure to centrally locate the silicone here on the leg of the bow tie. The emblem actually kind of has a little bit of a bevel to it, so I'll fill this in with some silicone as well. But as far as test fitting goes, this thing fits perfect. Matter of fact, it may actually fit better than the original piece did in the corner. So again, just a beautiful piece. So let's go ahead and put the silicone on. I'm going to go ahead and put the silicone on the grill as opposed to the emblem. It gives me a little more control this way. I don't have to worry about placement and the silicone getting on stuff. So I'm going to put just a dollop here in the middle, build it up so that it'll make contact with the emblem itself, and then right here as well. And then I'm going to take the emblem, very carefully line it up at the bottom, just kind of roll it into the indent, and just push on it ever so lightly. Make sure you don't have anything on your hands when you're doing this, because you don't want to transfer the silicone to the glossy part of the emblem. And just kind of hold it there for a second. Push it down so that it makes contact, and then take your pieces of tape and secure it to the grill. Run it across the emblem. Again, what we want to do is make sure that we hold this in place while it dries. I'd give it a couple of hours just to be, sure that it's held securely. but and tape it, you know, all the way across. Again, we want to make sure that we give this thing every opportunity to stick. Okay guys, this is kind of the moment of truth. I've waited a couple hours for the silicone to dry. I'm going to go ahead and remove the rest of the tape. Be careful when you pull it off. Just hold on to the emblem, press down lightly, pull the tape downwards so that it peels off nice and clean. Doesn't try to pull the emblem out, it just kind of comes down the side of it. So we'll do that on this one here, and I'll hold it down, the emblem down while I'm peeling it off. And there we go. That looks beautiful. The finished piece looks darn near brand new. Now if the grill is just in better shape, it'd be even better, but it's the details that make the difference in a vehicle. This is just one of those details that adds a little bit of style, a little bit of originality, and it fits perfect. Really, this was not a difficult job. If I had to give it 1 out of 5 wrenches, I'd say it's a 1. 1 being the easiest. Just know that the original emblem is probably going to break on you as you take it out. It is plastic. It can be sharp. Be careful. Be careful with your grill. Be careful with this area here when you first pry around it to lift the old emblem off. But other than that, this is just a nice detail that refreshes the front of the truck, and it really looks like it should. Like I said, a little bit of gold with the white and the silver grill just adds a pop of color that just, like I said, adds a look of originality to it. So thank you for watching. Follow us on Facebook and YouTube at First Place Auto Parts. Go to our website at First Place Auto Parts. You can type in fpautoparts.com in your search engine. You can find these emblems. You can find some more videos and some more articles as well on product review and installation. We appreciate you watching. Good luck on your project.